How's it going, everyone? Doing a quick little video here to show what I do with weeds and grass that grow up around my trees. Um, this isn't new information or some kind of, wow, this is a brand new idea, because I learned it from David. So, but a lot of people do a lot to try to keep no weeds and no grass around their trees and stuff like that, and that makes sense to a degree. If you have grass and stuff growing out kind of away from your tree, that's not going to hurt it, but you do kind of want to keep it away from, up close to your tree, because it will rob nutrients from the tree itself. So to go to great lengths or do any sort of craziness to get rid of it. So I have this here as a cheap little knife, like a folding knife type thing, and I just come in and I'm doing this one-handed, but I will just grab one end of the grass and cut it, and it's easier to do with two hands, but I wanted to at least show you what I'm doing. And then you just take all of this here, or you can just pull it like that, and you make mulch with it. So you pull all this up, and I'm not going to worry about going all the way out, all around and get all the, but just the grass that's right here around the tree. I do have wood mulch around this. This is a little, what kind of mango? I think this might be a champagne mango. I think this is a champagne mango. Those are really good. I know those aren't the ones you see everyone wanting to get and people talking about how good they are and all that, but I really like champagne mangoes. They're also called honey mangoes. A lot of grocery stores, at least in Florida, have them. They're small and solid yellow, but I think that they have a good consistency, and they have a nice combination of tart and sweet, and they don't have an extremely floral taste like your Alfonso mangoes and stuff like that. Some of them just taste extremely floral, and I don't really care for that. So, but yeah, that's all I do. Obviously I just mowed yesterday or the day before. I think yesterday. No, day before. And you can see I cleared out most of the grass that's growing, but I can't get my mower right up next to the trees. So I don't worry too much about that grass that's out away from it. But I'll just come along, and you can take a knife, or take a garden knife, or a little sickle or something like that, or you can just pull this grass. A lot of this is nutsedge right here. I've heard that the roots make little kind of like nuts that you can eat. I've never seen that, and I've lived here my whole life, but I don't know everything. So, but then also Bahia grass is really thick out here, and which is great because I'm allergic to it. But I'll just pull it up or cut it, and then just toss it at the tree, at the base of the tree. You don't have to get right up against, you don't have to do like this and put it right there to where it's all up against the tree like that. You better just to kind of throw it around, because you want the roots to spread out and search for their food. But yeah, this is essentially, this is chop and drop. You're just not cutting the tree or other trees and putting it down here. You're pulling up the grass and the weeds, and tossing it down. But of course, and then when it rains and that starts to rot, it'll break down and get into the soil. Yeah, I mean, there's really no, this is some Bidens alba, Spanish needle, shepherd's needle, whatever you want to call it. I call it Spanish needle. Bidens alba is the scientific name. But yeah, just come around, and you don't, like I said, you don't have to be, super particular about it unless you want to be. Just, you know, toss it in there. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go along here, and I won't get it all done today, but I'm going to go along here and, you know, take all this grass and just toss it in. And then another thing you can do, this is from where I mowed the other day, all this dead grass. If you have a lawnmower that has a bagging system, or you can put a bagging system on your lawnmower, and mosquitoes are so bad, you can do it that way and just bag up all of your the grass clippings, and then dump those where you want them to go. I don't have a lawnmower that does that, so I just go along when I let it dry and kind of get brown, and then I rake it up, and then I take it out and just kind of disperse it. You can do that in your garden if that's how you prefer to garden. Like if you want to do the grocery row style or a no-till or anything like that, you can take the grass, put it in the garden. I don't like to use grass clippings in my garden because I had found that doing that, they kind of kept the water from getting down into the soil, and I have trouble with my soil going hydrophobic anyways. So I wanted to have something. I put wood mulch in my garden. And now if I pull weeds out of the garden, I just leave them there. I don't get rid of them. But I use wood mulch in the garden because it will kind of hold on to that moisture, and it'll slowly, man, the mosquitoes, it'll slowly seep down. But you can use grass clippings in the garden, or you can take grass clippings and put them in a compost pile. You know, there's so many things you can do. But, you know, so many people try to just eradicate every ounce of grass and weeds and stuff. And look, I get it. Like, I wish that I could just get rid of it and not have it, you know, coming up all in my garden and all that stuff. But, you know, it's going to do that, especially in Florida, and especially in the summertime, because it's our rainy time, and the grass is going to grow a lot faster. So, you know, make use of it by doing what I'm doing and dropping it at the base of your trees and your garden. You know, put it in a compost pile. If you have like chickens and stuff like that, you know, toss it in there, let them scratch around in it, eat any bugs, they might eat some of the grass, some of the seeds, whatever. You know, it's not necessarily your enemy. You know, if you go into look on the edge of a forest, like this tree line I have over here, there's so much grass growing along here. It gets very thick. Now, the farther back into a big forest you go, the less you're going to see all of this, because there's no light for the grass to grow. But along the edge of a forest, and this is what permaculturists are trying to replicate when they make, you know, tree guilds and food forests and all that stuff, they're trying to replicate the edge of a forest. Well, look at all of this thick stuff right here, and when it dies, it just falls down and it ends up feeding the soil. So, like, I have this Hass avocado right here, and it has been in here for at least 3 to 4 years, maybe 5, and it's got all this stuff growing up around it. This Caesar weed, I hate this stuff, but it's as happy as can be. You know, it never has any issues. Yeah, I mean, grass is not necessarily your enemy. You just have to know how to work with it and use it. And like I said, I get the frustration. I get frustrated too, but, you know, try to learn to use it and work with it instead of trying to eradicate it. Please don't come out and just, you know, spray Roundup everywhere, because Roundup does not just kill the grass, it kills so many other things, or at least affects so many other things. You know, you want to talk about why, you know, beehives are collapsing? It's Roundup, you know, and that'll probably get, you know, YouTube may not like me saying that, but it's the truth. You know, bees that go and forage in fields that have been sprayed with Roundup, a lot of times come back and they are poisoned, and then they pass that along, and then the hive gets it, and it can get into all kinds of stuff. So please don't go spray it with Roundup. Anyways, just wanted to do a quick little video. I may have shown stuff like this before, but I'm showing it again because I've got a lot of grass out here that I need to do that with. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it out here because these mosquitoes are about to carry me off. So yeah. Oh, real quick, another thing you can use a drop. This is moringa. This is the best this tree has looked since I've had it. But moringa is high in nutrients. You can chop and drop with that. This is lemongrass. I've shown these in my other videos. I need to come in here and cut this back, like way back. Dang mosquito. But this stuff is so good to just smell so good. But yeah, you can plant stuff intentionally to use for chop and drop. Lemongrass grows extremely well in Central Florida, extremely well. If you live up in you know, further north Florida into Georgia, Alabama, stuff like that, you can look for stuff like vetiver grass and just, you know, different things like that that you can use to essentially chop and drop. You let it grow, you cut it down low, and you toss it all around your trees and your garden. It's grass, so it's going to just shoot right back up, especially if it's got enough rain. I know I look really weird because I keep twitching, but I have mosquitoes all around me. But yeah, don't be afraid of grass, use it. And that's what I will leave you with. So have a good one. Watch out for the mosquitoes.